Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have discussed about that things with you, how can delete this brand, and also when you delete this brand, automatically this brand related image is deleted, right? So if you go to our public, into the public, I have already created one of the images folder and to the brand folder. So that is the images is also deleted when you delete this brand. So now in this video, I want to discuss about another things. Like when you upload any images, automatically whatever the image you will upload, this image size will be same. You can see that is actually the 700 to 50 as a 400 to 22. So that is different type of image sizes. So if you want to make it specific, that means if you want to put some of the specific image at size, then you can actually also do that work. So if you want to do this work, then you have to use one of the Laravel package, and it's called that Laravel image intervention. So with this, you can actually manage it. I show you, then everything will be very much clear to you. So before doing this, we have to install this Laravel package. So if you search in Google with the Laravel image intervention, then automatically it will be provided this link as the installation intervention image. Now I open it. So that is one of the link. So when you use this intervention package, then you can do a lot of work. You can cache it, you can canvas it, and also you can manage a lot of the functionality actually. You can manage that size, you can reset it. So how can manage this size with using this size function I want to manage our size. Okay, you can see that is the size. You can also declare that size, how many dimension you want to put for a specific this image. You can actually do that work. So first of all, we have to install it. So if you want to install it, make sure you updated your PHP version, and that is the Composer installation code. So I have already installed that Composer in our project, right? So now I want to install it. So if you want to install, you have to actually copy it. I simply copied the Composer and .var and the require and the intervention /image. So now I want to install it in our system. So I have already run our PHP artisan serve. So better go to our project directory. So that is our project directory folder. Here I want to run our command as a cmd. And now after that, I want to add this as a Composer first. So here you don't need to use that first. Some of the time it's actually show some of the error. So better I want to make it as a remove it from here. I remove that .var. Okay, that will be just Composer required and intervention and then image. And now if you click as the enter, then automatically it will be downloaded all that file from to the internet, and it will be installed this intervention package in your system. So friend, it may take little time. Okay, it may take little time because here it will be downloaded all that file from to the internet. So better when it will be done, then I will come back again. Okay, here you can see friend, it's now downloading all that packages, and also now it's installed successfully. So after that, we have to flow our next step. Like if you go here again, so after that, it's actually recommended to uses. So that is actually the uses file, and also that is our integration in Laravel. So here we have successfully installed it. That means we have successfully installed our package. Now we have to integration into the Laravel. So if you want to add that into the Laravel project, first of all, here you can see it's now showing as you go to that config and the app.php, and here add these flowing lines. That means here we have to add this line in our providers. So if you go to that config and to the app.php, like here right now, that is our HTTP. And I want to go to our config and to the config, and that is our app.php, right? So now open it. So into the app.php here, they have also one of the providers. So here if you go, so you can see that is actually the providers. So into the providers area, you have to add this package. That means into the package area, I want to add it. So I simply add it and make sure you add that comma. So here first of all you have to add it, and after that our another one we have to add into the allies. That means into the same file, that means in our config app.php, into the allies here we have to add this one. So now I copy it also. I copy it and now go to our again, that's app.php, and they have also another one as allies. And here you can see there is actually allies. So into the allies area we have to also add it. That means here we have to add this one. Okay, make sure you add that comma. So make sure you add both of these. So that is actually both of these I have already added. Perfect. Now click as a save all. and after that we have to publish it. Okay, that means we have to publish this configuration. So if you want to publish it, you have to copy it. So better I copy it, and now go to our file, that means our project directory. So into the directory area, here I simply paste it. Okay, so here I simply paste it. Now I want to publish this our packages, that means our image intervention packages in Laravel. So if you paste it, and after that if you click as a enter, now you can see friend, it's now showing as a publishing complete. That means it's totally ready to use for our this project. Okay, that means here right now we can actually use it. So now if you want to add this image intervention package in our brand page, so into the brand area I have already added the brand and the images, right? So right now I want to use that image intervention package. So if you want to do that work, for store this data in our brand controller, I have already declared one things. Like if you go to our brand controller, into the brand controller, there is our update, and that is our store brand, right? So from to the store brand we insert our data. Before you can see I insert this data, that means I insert this our images into the image folder, into the brand folder. Here I have used it. So now I want to do the same things for you with using our this package as a image intervention package. So if you want to do that work, better right now we don't need this. Okay, I want to make it as a comment out. So here I make it as a comment out. So here it should be needed, that is I take one of the variable as a brand image, and here I get our requested file from to the brand image. That means whatever the file you will pass from to this position. So here I take it. Okay, so after that right now we don't need to use this one. Here I want to use in image intervention. So it should be just like that same, better here also it should be needed. So I want to actually take it. Okay, better I copy it. I copy total things from here, I paste it. So that will be, I take one of the variable, I have already discussed about that things with you, and then the hex des, and then the unique one of the ID should be generated. And after that unique ID I want to add our this get client station. So I show you, like here it will be concrete. First of all it will be generate one of the ID, and then it will be as a dot, and after that I want to add our this brand, that means our this brand image. Okay, that means this brand image. So I want to add this brand image. So this brand image, then I want to add our get client, get, and then client. Okay, get client, and then original extensions. That means actually this one. Okay, that means this one, you can see that is actually the get client, get original extensions. That means it will be created generated one of the ID, right? So it will be generated one of the ID, and then the dot. That means after that it will be added one of the dot, and then the PNG or JPG, whatever the extensions your images are. So here should be get these images, right? So that means that is actually our ID, and then dot, and then our image, whatever the images I just pass it, and that means from here whatever the image I just uploaded. So this image it will be get this image extension, right friend? I hope it's very much clear to you. So now I simply add it, and after that I want to use our image extension, that means image intervention. So I name it as image. So now we can actually use that image and then make, that means whatever the image you will be get, just make it as a specific one of the size. Okay, so now I want to make it our which image, whatever the image I will upload it. So whatever the image I uploaded, so that is this image, right? So now I want to add it. So this image I want to resize it. I want to use one of the function in image intervention as a resize. So I name it as a resize, and with the resize area, whatever the dimension you want to use. So I make it as a 300. It will be as a 300, and then height will be as a 200. Okay, so this type of one of the image size I want to add, and after that I want to save it, and then I save it. Okay, and it should be saved which place? It should be saved our same. Better I want to use that same location into the image, and with the brands it should be saved. Okay, that means in our image folder, into the image I have already created another folder. So in our public, into the images folder I have already created another folder as a brand. So it should be saved in particular that area, and it should be saved with our specific one of the ID. ID, and the name I take it with this variable, right? So now I want to simply add it. That means here after that, okay, after that I concrete our this name. Perfect. So friend, that's all you have to do. And after that I want to make it as a our last image. That means where it should be moved. So I name it as a last. Okay, last image. I take one of the variable and then our path name. So our path name will be this one. So here I want to add it. So it should be just like that same. And after that I want to concrete it with the specific name, our name as a name. That means the generated name. So that is actually our generated name. So now I simply add it. That's all. Okay, so right now we don't need to actually code like that way. So if you use that image intervention package, so that is actually our image intervention package. So first of all, as I told you friend, it will be create ID and dot and then one of the extension, what of the file you uploaded. So this file extension, and then it will be image. So that is actually image one of the function where we get it by installing that image intervention. So with this image intervention, it will be make this whatever the images I uploaded from our this position, it should be make it and resize it with this dimension, okay, 300 by 200, and then it's saved in our image brand folder with a specific name, right? That means this unique name. So that is our unique name. And last I take one of the variable, and here I specific our this name will be saved in our particular this folder, and then our insert it will be just like that same. Our brand name will be saved. Our brand images will be our this image, that means our last image, and then our created ad, and everything will be just like that same. Okay, so that's all you have to do. And also here I use that image. So if you use that image, you have to load it. So make that sure you load it. That means you have to use this image. Okay, so now here I simply use our this image. Perfect. So that's all you have to do. Now let's check this out friend. Click as a save all. And now if you go and refresh this page again, so right now I want to add new one, and I name it as a Nokia. Okay, I name it as a Nokia, one of the brand. Click as a choose image. So right now I choose one of the another image. Better this one. I choose this one, and now click as a add brand. Yes, you can see our brand inserted successfully. So that is our Nokia brand, and that is our images for education purpose. I'm using it, and also showing as a created 1 second ago. So now if you go to our file location, and into the file if you put your cursor, yes, you can see friend, now that is our dimension is updated. So here I have specified with a dimension will be 300 and the 200, and you can see it's now perfectly as a 300 and the 200. So here I simply add this part. So you can see there is a resize as a 300 to the 200. So for the reasons our image size is now updated. So now we can actually add our specific image size that we want. Before that was actually the default one. You can see that was default one. So right now I can make it as per our demand. So how can do that work with using that image intervention? I hope friend is very much clear to you. Okay, so here you have to do that work. So that is actually the command line. If you go to that image intervention side here, that is actually the same. You can see that is actually the same command. So that is actually the way. So here we apply it for our brand image, and now it's great. Okay, so in our next video I want to discuss about one of the most interactive things, that how can upload that multiple image. So a lot of student actually get confused about it. So how can add that multiple image at a time in your database? In our next video I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.